Okay. So an update from last night. First off, good job people tagging Team YouTube under my tweet. Keep it up. So people are tagging with their own experience and with the proof they had. That's really good. Keep it up. And an update, a general update, is that Leslie Bass has put out a tweet that she didn't privacy strike me. Of course, with a privacy strike, the way that you know, the only data you can get from a privacy strike, because it's a privacy strike, duh. They're trying to maintain all the privacy they can. They don't tell you any of the details when they give it to you. They just give you a timestamp. And the timestamp that Leslie gave to me, well, I don't want to say it like that, that YouTube gave to me, it has Leslie in the strike. Okay, so there's other clips that have Justin and Molly throughout my video, but the timestamp that I was given on that video is the only timestamp where Leslie is there. So, of course, if it was Molly giving me a privacy strike, she would have timestamped wherever she appeared. If it was Justin, he would have timestamped wherever he appeared. And if it was Leslie, she would timestamp wherever she appeared. That's typically how a privacy strike works. Okay? Of course, I've dealt with people doing this a lot. Leslie's response from Twitter was, let me just tell you what her response was. Because, of course, we're honest around here and we keep you updated. Leslie's response was, I'm trying to think here, make sure I say it right. I just found out Uni said I gave him a privacy strike. How do you even give someone a privacy strike for using your name? So I think that I might be like misremembering it. I don't know if she directly denied it and said I didn't give him a privacy strike, I didn't do it, or whether she just said what I said. Either way, it's fine. Let me tell her. You give people a privacy strike by filing a privacy strike, reporting the video, just like you would any other strike. But when it has to do with privacy, you go in and timestamp where you want to let YouTube know that your privacy was violated, or you want to claim that your privacy was violated. So, either way, if she didn't do it, then it makes no sense, and someone's just false striking my channel, like I said in the beginning, but it wasn't her. Now, again, do I believe Leslie? I guess I kind of like have to default to believing Leslie. I don't completely believe her. I don't know why she would file one and then say that she didn't, unless she got some type of negative backlash and just changed her opinion on it. And you never know. I mean, it's one of the main reasons why that it would be nice for people not to do really fucked up shit all the time, because if you're gonna, like, she just vet bashed me not that long ago. So do I think that she would, while being capable of doing this kind of stuff she's been doing lately, do I think that she would privacy strike when she's angry or something, and then when she comes down act like she didn't do it? It's possible. I'm just way too nice. So, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and learn my lessons here. I'm not going to be too nice. I'm just going to leave you with that. Like, think whatever you want to think. Normally, what I would say here is, I'll go ahead and believe Leslie, yada, yada, yada. I'm not doing that shit anymore, like I told you. Believe what you will believe based on what's there. I am 50-50 believing that Leslie did it or that it was someone else, but I am leaning a little bit. I'll say 51-49. I'm leaning a little bit towards the fact that she did do it. Or that somebody wants me to think she did it, because if someone false privacy struck it and just used that timestamp, then they were definitely framing Leslie, but that just seems really ridiculous. Anyway, so update from last night. The main update, of course, is, oh, and when I go live, I'll let people know. We'll pull Leslie's tweet up or something. I don't know if I'm going live tonight or if I'm going live tomorrow, but I'm just saying, when I go live, I'll let everybody know. I'll pull up Leslie's tweet and I'll give Leslie's response, because unlike these other YouTubers, we're honest around here with it, with these things. So yeah, real quick, I think that is the difference between people that are going to scam their audience or lie to their audience or lie on other creators, and the difference between people who aren't. I really don't care what your opinion is. You can hold whatever opinion you want to hold for whatever reason you want to hold. But what you do is you give your opinion, and you, in the very least, tell people what the other creators said. If not, show them, so that you can't lie, so that if I want to lie about what Leslie said, here's an example. So if I'm going to go to my channel and lie about what Leslie said, I'm going to throw a huge huge wrench in my lying cog by showing the tweet, if I'm going to lie about that tweet. And thus, many creators put the source material that they're discussing on their screen before they give their opinion, or while they're giving their opinion, or in the least reference it, and when they can, so that they don't take advantage of their audience. They allow the audience to make up their mind and see it for themselves. They don't force the audience to search it out and do all that, and they give their opinion so that people know what they think and also have the source material to make up their mind, right? I bring this up because it's a thing that the other side just never does. Okay, so the next update is things kind of calmed down after I did my stream, but then I did notice that the community kind of backed me up and defended me a lot. So I appreciate that from everybody. It was kind of stressful. I was in a Discord meeting after the stream, and Rachel, while as much as she backs me in my content, she also defends my family. So she was a little tense, and things were a little tense due to the fact that she does get nervous when people are threatening us and being dipshits and stuff like that. So, and of course I don't hold that against her or anything, but yeah, just the fact that people backed us up, I appreciate that. And the fact that people are tagging Team YouTube. I even saw that people were letting Team YouTube know that they had video evidence too, and that they didn't want to post the video because it had sensitive information being doxed in it, so that they would give it to Team YouTube whenever they could, which is excellent. So like after last night, after seeing that how far they're going, we had another mod meeting, of course, and that's just where it's at. We're not letting these people do this anymore. So people like Roadhog and Molly and Steve McRae and these other people, they were definitely using our carefulness, I don't know what to say, but our inadvertent, the way we kind of didn't like to bring in YouTube, so that censorship and things like that have a possibility of happening. Again, I don't think applying TOS to extreme TOS violations is censorship. But anyway, I definitely am agreeing with everybody that we're just going to put this in the hands of YouTube from now on. And it is a hard thing to do. I've had to file reports to a YouTube website form, you know what I'm saying? So I've had to go through that for each video clip and everything I have, and so it's just a lot of time. Eats a lot of time up. You got to be meticulous. You got to make sure you do it right, because if you mess it up, or if you don't copy and paste right, if you don't check your links when you son of a bitch, this thing. Shut up, LGR. Hold on, let me pause it. That's not gonna pause it? Oh, great. Hold on, I can pause it this other way. Or I can just unplug the damn thing. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Hey, it worked, yeah. Okay, so sorry about that. But back to what I was saying, though, like, what we're seeing, of course, I'm not going to go into any rants on it because I handled that last night. But I do want to talk about the content from last night in just a second. So let me get this out real quick. But again, real fast, the main thing here is that we're going to take the time, as much as it's time consuming, to put the reports into the hands of the platforms. So, you know, it does take a lot of time, as I was saying before I was interrupted. But then again, okay, now I remember where I was going. I've come to the determination that I'm almost absolutely positive that the platforms have no idea about Molly Golightly, Roadhog, Steve McRae, and these other people. And where they think that the fact that they have not ever had any type of issue with YouTube, as they say, which is bullshit. They have, but they've never had YouTube actually look into what they're doing. Okay, that's not bullshit. That hasn't happened. Um, Equates to them not doing anything, uh, grossly wrong. It's just I completely disagree, and I don't want to ever report anybody. I want to leave that up to the viewership to do it through YouTube's system. But again, the reason this is having to happen is because these people are taking this all to the maximum extreme. I would go as far as to say that I 100% believe that they spend all of their time sitting around with each other, doxing, digging, threatening, creating sock accounts. I think it's a full-time job with these people, honestly. And I think it's been a full-time job this whole damn time, and I think that the viewers out there that have tried to get help from other creators, the reason that there was a lot of them that were very upset, because they were very upset, a good portion of them. The reason that I think that they were really upset is because of how nasty and vile and vicious they are. So, again, with this continuing on, especially with the video clips we talked about last night, I do think we're doing the right thing. Absolutely. I would only be convinced we're doing the wrong thing if, while we were doing this, they were doing the opposite and they were just doing content and they weren't doing it in doxing and threatening people anymore. Okay, so last night was really interesting because right after all of that, we talked about all of that. I played a clip and pulled up the timeline and started to look at the fraud raiser of Letitia kind of a little bit again. And what some of the content creators have done is spend a good amount of time making videos to show that Dre was framed, um, like heavily framed, in order to build the narrative that went into the fraud raiser. So yeah, last night's stream was disconnected. I was getting interrupted here and there and just had a bunch of stuff going on. So, and I was just not, let's say in my best, I wasn't properly prepared for the stream, obviously, because it takes time to properly prepare for a stream. And if you don't have that time because you're busy doing this other stuff, you have to kind of wing it. But missing puzzle pieces and these other creators, I think, they really do care about what the truth is here. And I think they see that a family, I think it's another condition of the doxing. It's another condition of harassment and another condition of just very extreme behavior that obviously isn't tolerated by YouTube. Would you imagine YouTube did a commercial and they were to advertise Molly, or they were to advertise Justin or these other creators that work with them? Hey, this is YouTube, where when a tragedy happens, you can not only try to profit and run high value charity fundraisers where you never pay for, you never use the money for what you claim to, but here on YouTube, you can also bully and frame a widow who is in the process of initially grieving, and you can bully her, call her a bad mother, attack her, chop up videos to frame her, and do all kinds of things. This is YouTube, where you can share yourself bullying people that have gone through tragedies. YouTube obviously is not okay with this, for fuck's sake. If they would know about this, they would have acted on it instantly. And yeah, like I said, I'm not going to ramble. Last night, they would be acting, and they would act in a heartbeat the minute that they see what's going on. Not just from the doxing standard. That's an instant. I think, and again, it's my opinion, but if just reading the TOS and then looking at this, this is one of the grossest vios in the doxing. It's one of the grossest vios when it comes to content. It's one of the grossest vios when it comes to, um, you know, uh, chopping up videos and framing someone. And then, of course, it's one of the grossest ones knowing that the truth was given to Molly midway. And she just kept funding Letitia. She just kept pushing the narrative. She kept attacking Dre. You know, I can't imagine. I've experienced losing a loved one, never one that was that close. And I've experienced a family member going through it, and I've experienced, some fucked up shit, but I've never experienced what she would have had to experience. I just can't fathom any of us being in her position, where you love someone and you have children with them, you marry them, you unite your life with them, you live with them, they're gone, you know, and they're gone. You can't talk to them, you can't be with them, right? And then you've got a couple people bullying you and sending legions of people to stalk you to where you can't even stay at your house. Legions of people that are putting you down and threatening you and DMing you. I can't fathom it. It is not cancel culture and weaponized cancel culture. It is nuclear harassment oriented cancel culture. Anyway, I got to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm going to come into Discord in a bit. If you want to support me, it would help immensely. Of course, I'm just sharing the link. PayPal.me/UniRock. And I appreciate everybody that's filing or that's tagging Team YouTube under my tweet. And I appreciate everybody who is being supportive. All right.